But we have something new to show you today. And once I've got the signal, and it's being analyzed by OneStream at the moment, I can go live on Amazon Live. Amazon Live you access via RTMP, and you have to have the ability to switch the video baud rate for it to work. And I'm just waiting for the signal to go through to Amazon Live. I've got my iPad in my hand, and you've got to have an iPad or an iPhone to go live, and I can go live now. And we are now live on Amazon. So basically, I suppose in a second or two, we can actually start the show. Yes. Okay. Hello. And welcome to Thursday's live broadcast. You are watching Steven live from wonderful Wiltshire in England. And just to confirm that, I'm going to go to my menu and say, welcome to the broadcast. This is Lights, Camera, Action with Steven. And you are watching, I need to take that one off. You're watching Steven live from Wiltshire in England. Now, I've got quite a few things to talk about today. And I'm going to be going through the items in the carousel, and we're going to be talking about, I'm sure Logitech Capture will come up at some point during the broadcast. And also, again, I just want to say thank you for watching on Facebook and YouTube. There is a link to LinkedIn. If you look at the text above the video, you'll be able to find me on LinkedIn. And we'll be looking at the Logitech C920X as well. And we're looking at videos created using the home gimbal. Okay, I'll be telling you about Crisp.ai and the new Logitech Litra Glow, okay, which is down in the carousel at the moment. And I'm going to take that off screen and come to me and say hello and welcome to this live broadcast. And thank you for joining me on Amazon Live. Today we're talking about lights, camera, action. And as you will see, we're going to start off with talking about lights. I've been broadcasting now for 6 years, and 4 years ago I got some softboxes, and I used to have one either side of me, and they provide the lighting. They shone onto the wall in front of me, and I bathed in the glow of the reflected light. But after a while, they still worked, but the covering was fraying and they were looking a bit tatty. So the search began for new lighting. The old lighting was dismantled, taken off to the recycling centre. That's gone. That went 3 weeks ago. And I've been running on room lights since then. But today I can actually switch on. I'm doing this live for the first time. I can actually go here and switch on the lights. Okay, and you can see me a bit better now because I'm better lit. Now, at the moment, I've got one of the lights actually working, okay, and it's up on my monitor. It's reasonably new. It's a Logitech Litra Glow, and I do feel like I'm glowing, really. What I was looking for was a lighting solution which, okay, Angelica said when I dismantled the soft boxes that she was glad they were going. So that gave me the idea that when I got new lighting, it didn't have to be so big and obtrusive. The new lighting is not. I've got one light working. It's actually sat on the top of my monitor. And I'm going to, well, I'm not going to unbox it, but I am going to show you the box it comes in and then the light itself. I'll do this twice in this broadcast. So if I bring up my second camera, and I'm going to take the card off screen because you know who you're watching, and I'm going to switch that round. I'm going to shrink myself. A lot of preparation going on here, and I should be shrunk in a moment. There we are, and you can now see, if I press the button, you can now see my desktop. Okay, next to me, you can just about see there, that's my Microsoft Surface Book 2. There is the four-way socket I'll be talking about later. Toshiba hard drive, Nepal microphones, but today I'm concentrating on this beautiful orange box. You can't miss it, and this is trying to get it on camera over there, and I'm going to go closer to me. Okay, this is it. This is my new lighting. Ordered from Amazon yesterday and arrived at 2 o'clock. Can't beat that. So this is the Logitech Ultra Glow, and there's one on at the moment. And later today, after this broadcast, I'll put a second one on, and the second one is actually at the moment, he said, going back to the here, is if I open the box, okay, and I am going to open the box, I've decided. It's going, it doesn't want to come out. It wants to stay in the box. Just give me a second. This is why I will never claim the title of the world's best unboxer. Got the lid. Okay, so I've got the lid. I can put that down. I can come back to the second camera, and I can show you the case in which the Logitech Litra light comes in. There's the light itself, and I can take that out. Okay, and that's it. That's it. That's the light itself. Now, basically, what you do is you lift this. Well, first of all, you've got to take off two sets of covering on the lighting itself, and this was easy when I did it yesterday. I might actually, okay, so the second one is coming off, and it's off, and I've put it safely in the box. Okay, so looking at it, you can see the size. It is, well, compared to my softboxers, incredibly small. You lift up there, and then it goes onto your monitor. That's it. That's the installation. Then you have on the back an on switch. Okay, and there's no power in this at the moment. But what I can do, so that's the complete unit. There are no added extras at all, apart from in this box. In this box, we have a USB-A, USB-C cable, and you must use this cable because it's supplied. I mean, you could use other ones, but you've got it, so you might as well use it. And basically, this just plugs into the back of the light, and then you plug the other end into your computer or Mac. Okay, so Windows machine, Mac machine, doesn't really matter, and you plug that into a USB port. Now, I discovered yesterday, because I've done a bit of looking around, that what you actually have to do, and I'm coming back to me now, is you actually have to, okay, I've got a question, but it's not relevant to what I'm doing at the moment, so I'll come back to you later. I'll just say hello to Ed. Ed in America, thank you for watching me live. Absolutely brilliant. And to Corinda, who's saying, when did Amazon... I don't understand the question, Corinda. Okay, we'll come back to that. Corinda is a fellow Amazon live broadcaster living in London. Ed's a good friend and in the USA, and grateful for joining me on Facebook today. Right, so the plug goes into the back of the unit, okay, and then the other end, this end. Now, you have to plug it direct into your computer, okay? If you don't, well, having got the light, you can just simply put it on top of your monitor, switch it on, that's it, and then you can adjust the settings. But there is a better way than actually doing it manually, because if I was to do it manually, I'd have to go over, just reach, that's not good. That's not good. So what you want is a piece of software which will allow you to control the lights. And you can go and you can download the Logitech G Hub, and I did that. So I'm going to show you what it looks like. So go over here, And in a second, okay, I should have a shared screen. No, I don't. I'm going to share screen with you. No, I'm going to share screen. Just give me a second. And share screen. Will come up a second window, Logitech G Hub. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring Logitech G up on screen beside me. Just go to, there's a link on the box. Go to the link on the box, yeah, and basically download the software, install it, and it will find, obviously it will find your Logitech cameras, but it also find this wonderful Logitech Litra light, brand new out the box. So let's take me off full screen and press there. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the software, well, I'm going to hide my second camera. Okay, and then I'm going to go picture in picture. Right, this is the software. Okay, and what I've done is I focused it, and this is where you switch the lights on and off. Okay, so this software controls the lights, and if you've got more than one, as I have, you can control the lights independently. Okay, so I can switch on or I can switch off. Now, if I press the software button in the right place, I can switch it. Let's just do this. It's the first time I've ever demonstrated this, so you're going to have to bear with me. If I switch it off, then everything goes a little bit darker. If I switch it on, everything goes lighter. Okay, now bear in mind, please, that I only have one of these Logitech Litra lights installed. By tomorrow, I will have both of them installed, but I thought I'd show you what comes in the box and how to set it up. So, unbox it. You don't need anything to this at all. Plug in the power lead and then plug that into a primary socket on your PC or Mac. And it must be a primary socket for the software to work. If you put it into a hub, then you get a driver error. I know this from experience because when I was doing the light yesterday, I inadvertently tried to plug it into my hub and I got a driver error. So I've learned that lesson. Don't plug it into a hub, plug it directly into your machine. That's the way to do it. Okay. Now, as far as the unit itself is concerned, you can bend it forwards or backwards. You can twirl it right or left. Okay, so you can direct the light to the area you want the light to be on. Okay, now at the moment I have no lights on in this office. Yeah, the only light that's on is one of these. I'm looking forward to having two of these, and they will both be controlled by this software, which again you download from Logitech. Okay, and the camera you're looking at on screen now is my Microsoft Surface Book 2 internal camera. That's the one there. Okay. Now, as far as the lights are concerned, you can go on and off. Then there are presets that you can actually use. And the presets, just a minute, the presets are bright cool blue. Okay, so we've gone for that one. Cozy daylight, and you can see changes as I actually select different ones. Mild afternoon, which I quite like, yeah, because this is the mild afternoon setting and it's been dimmed. And what you can see is what's happening is this, is that the temperature and the brightness are changing as I select different settings. Okay, so the temperature is in the middle, brightness is lower. As I go further down, the brightness is going up, temperature is controlled. Cozy candlelight, I like that one too. In fact, I like all these. and then bright warm candlelight, and just to have a look at how that looks on the big screen. That's not me. Okay, I don't like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the software again, and I'm going to change back to the one I do like, which is mid-afternoon. Okay, now just a reminder, I'm only using one Logitech Ultra Light at the moment, and I'm getting, well, it's looking good. I've got to say, I just put that down for a moment. I use Amazon Live like you do, okay, because I also am a customer. And I was watching a broadcast on Tuesday with Marco Novo. Now, Marco Novo is a good friend, and he lives in Portugal, and he is a fellow Amazon insider. And he recently, in fact, 2 days ago, celebrated 1 year on Amazon Live. Congratulations, Marco, on a full year on Amazon Live, and he loves it. He's just in his element, really, when he's actually broadcasting. On Tuesday, he did a broadcast on Amazon Live with a gentleman from Logitech. I'm sorry, I cannot remember your name. I'll get it for tomorrow's broadcast. But they were going through the Logitech products. Now, we all know Logitech. We know Logitech C920, 922, 925, 930, and the Brio. Brilliant Logitech cameras. Logitech are well established as a leading camera supplier for Zoom and for live video. And he went through and he showed the Brio, which you're actually watching at the moment, and he showed the C920, which I'll show you later. And then he went on to this light. And I thought, that looks good. It's Logitech. It's got to be Logitech design. It's got to be Logitech engineering. It's got to be a quality product because it's Logitech. So that's why, as soon as I watched the program, what I did was I went off to the Amazon.com page, read the reviews, watched a couple of videos, went over to YouTube, watched a couple of videos there, and my mind was then made up. Especially when as soon as I saw this software to actually control everything, then I thought, right, okay, I don't have to mess about. I've got an app. This all runs off an app. Absolutely brilliant. I mean, I've got more apps on my desktop than you would. Well, I've just got apps. I've got another app. I got this app yesterday. So I've done all the research. I went straight to Amazon just after watching the replay and doing my research. I ordered it from amazon.co.uk because I'm in England, and this unit arrived yesterday. Too late for my broadcast yesterday, but I was able to install one of the lights. It's so easy. I mean, it is just plug it in and switch it on. Yeah, but if you want to do more, you can either there are controls on the back. So you've got a power on off switch, and you've got sliders which control brightness and warmth. Okay, you can do it manually, but you can also use the software. And if you have 2 units, you would have 2 oblongs on the screen, and you can control both lights at the same time. Now, in terms of being well lit, I would say that, well, you're actually watching me with just the one light working, not this one. It's not plugged in. So you can judge. So even with one light, I've got no room lighting. I've got the curtains closed because the sun's shining in the UK. And I've got reasonable lighting. I mean, I'll know how good when I actually watch part of this broadcast on replay. But the light, if you look at alternatives, you look at ring. I think, in my mind, this is my thoughts. This is better than a ring light. Okay, quality build, Logitech build, easy to use, and also, he said, extendable. So you can have it high on your monitor. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I've got them. I'm going to plug the second one in after I've done this broadcast, and I'm going to keep on experimenting. I spent an hour before I came live today working out the software, because when I went live this morning, it wasn't working properly. So I spent an hour actually working out how the software works, so that when I switch the light off, apart from going darker, nothing else happens. So let's go back to the software again, because this software, in addition to controlling, okay, and I'm going to go off, this software controls one or more lights. Okay, you download it. This is Logitech G Hub, which is well known to gamers. You may already have it if you're a gamer. And you can control your lights with it. The other thing you can control with it, and I'm just going to click on the software, I'm going to click back. As well as controlling the light, you can actually control your camera. So if I click on Brio, which is what I'm using at the moment, it will say camera not found. Now, camera not found is fair enough, because I'm down in the right hand, can put that down. I'm down in the right hand corner, but you can set this up to control your camera. Okay, but I can't do it at the moment because I'm live. If I wasn't live, I could actually control my camera with this software. So for the moment, I'm using this software. In fact, it controls any Logitech product. Okay, I'm using this software to control the lights and to switch the lights on. Okay, so let's go with that. Off, quite dark, on, a lot better. And I'm just taken with the quality of, well, let's come back to me. I'm taken with the quality of the build, the simplicity of being able to put it on your monitor. Okay, just goes over your monitor like that, sits on your monitor. You can angle it, okay, so you get the perfect angle for lighting. You can swivel it, okay, right. Now, this fits on your monitor. However, if you, I'm not going to do this because it's a brand new light and I'm just experimenting. If you wish, you can take this off, okay, and then you can attach this light to a tripod stand. Okay, you can take the existing stand off, which is designed purely for going on a monitor, and you can use a tripod stand instead. And with a tripod stand, obviously you can have a light anywhere on your desktop. Now, I will say that I'll have the definitive answer for tomorrow. This lead has to plug into your monitor, your PC or Mac, okay, in order to have, if you don't plug directly into your PC or Mac, then the software will not work because the driver doesn't work. As soon as you plug into your PC or Mac, it works. Now, that took me a little while to fathom, to work out, and I'm now happy that that's the solution. And tomorrow I will be live tomorrow with 2 of these lights, because I've got one that's on now and I've got one that I've just unboxed. So let's just go back to here and go to there. Okay, and I'm going to put that on top of the screen. I'm going to put this light down. So the light actually comes in this box. Okay, there are 2 pieces of cellophane which actually wrap around that you can take off, and then you can, if you want, you can store it in the box. Okay, it just goes back in the box. But other than that, you should put it on top of your monitor. And quality build, bright enough light for me. I mean, I'm not filling the whole office. I just want to light me. Yeah. And I suppose the acid test that I could try later is to actually do a green screen with this. Okay, that would be interesting. But this is, I'm going to try and get the box the right way around. This is, there we are, the Logitech Litra Glow light. Goes on top of your monitor, has software to control it. You can vary the warmth and the brightness using either the controls on the back of the device or by using the software. You can vary, it's just a box now. You can vary the, come to me, you can vary the angle of the light, you can swivel the light, you can adjust the height of the light. Okay, you won't hear this, but it's actually making a click as it goes up the rungs. There are rungs in the back of the unit, and I'm just taking it up the rungs, and I can hear it lock in place. Yeah, so it's very stiff. Okay, unless I apply some pressure, it won't move. When you first get it, it's like that. Okay, and then you can adjust it, take the stand off, and you can put it on a tripod, and you can light up any part of the area. Now, I'm going to have two lights, one either side of my monitor, and you'll see the result tomorrow. Today, I'm just working on one light, and one light, as you can see, does show a clearer picture of me than we had before. Okay, so I am now well and truly lit. Tomorrow, I will be perfectly lit. Okay, so that's the first item today. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that carefully down. Yeah, okay, because it's new. Well, I always look after things anyway. And I'll show you something in a moment. So I'm going to put that down. I put the lid back on the box. Okay. Right, so the lid doesn't want to go back on the box, but it's good done. So there it is, down the carousel. This light works. Okay, quality build from Logitech. Same people who do the C920, 922, 925, 930. Logitech Litra Ultra. You're actually watching it now, and today you can see one of them, but I've got a second one which I've just shown you, which is here, and this will be on my monitor tomorrow. And if you come back 9 AM Eastern Friday, if you come back, you'll be able to see the effect of two lights and controlling two lights, because as I said earlier, the software is capable, and that's the software that's to the left of me. I'm just going to hide my second camera, okay, and go there. The software which you download from logitech.com, the link is on the box, okay, and it's Logitech G Hub, which is well known to gamers, and it will control your lights and also your camera, and lots of experimenting to be done to get exactly the right light. Okay, so now we've gone to soft sunset, we're going to cozy candlelight, and then I've got a preset here. I don't know what that does. What does that do? Oh, that goes very bright. Okay, and you can create your own presets. Okay, so the thing is that you can set it up exactly as you want. You have 7 examples, and then you can go through until you find one that you like. And this is the one that I like, which has been called Mild Afternoon. That's it. So undoubtedly, you will see a lot more of this device soon. Okay, but for the moment, I'm going to put it down. Okay, so there are 3 areas in relation to live broadcasting. I'm going to come to my iPad in a moment and catch up. So I've just shown you my new item, which is a Logitech Litra Glow lighting. Logitech Litra Glow lighting. Whenever we live broadcast, and when I say live broadcast, I do include Zoom in this. Desktop broadcasting. The important elements are, right, okay. I've got one that's not on the list. The most important element in live broadcasting is you. Okay, and I'm going to keep coming back to the fact that you are the most important element. Your confidence on camera is important. Your ability to get close to the camera, to talk to everybody, look at the lens so it looks as I'm looking at you. All that is a learned skill. Yeah, we weren't born live broadcasting. Live broadcasting, as we know it, started when Facebook Live started. Okay, that's when it took off. That's when, and then Zoom took off at the beginning of this, well, beginning of 2020. But so you were the most important part of it. But after that, okay, in terms of desktop broadcasting, the camera is important. Your choice of camera is important. Okay, now Logitech, which I'm going to show in a moment, C920X, has a great following. And I know people who bought the Logitech C920X when they started broadcasting, they're still using it now. No reason not to. The microphone. My microphone today is an Elgato Wave 3. So you're watching a Logitech Brio and listening to an Elgato Wave 3. Microphones are important. I'll come on to those. And I think I've just covered extensively the importance of lighting in a broadcast and the fact that this light at $59 is basically two of these, and your office lighting, your broadcast studio lighting is sorted. Yeah. And I was so impressed by the gentleman from Logitech on Marco's show that I got my lighting back. So let's go on to, so that's just what I'm right. Sorry, I'm in a new, I'll just show you where I am. And I'm going to come to the iPad because I keep, okay, and I'm going to go for a logo. Okay, I'm broadcasting on Be Live. Yeah, and I want to say I'm broadcasting on Be Live. Thank you for watching me live on Amazon Live. Okay, I work for Be Live. I'm a content creator for Be Live. This is my show. I've been using Be Live for the last, since October 16th, 2016. So I am dedicated to Be Live. Say hello to Guy. This is something I've been looking for, a solution for lighting a workstation. Exactly, Guy. Because you don't need to light the whole room. What you need to do is light your workstation and you. Yeah. And the $59.99. And it takes two to be right, or can I be cheap and just have one? Well, Guy, if you're still here, hopefully you're watching me with one. Okay, so one is giving this result. If there are any shadows, I can't see any shadows at the moment. So even one light is working very well. Two, just to balance things up, really. So that you can, I mean, this light is pointing straight at me. It would be great if it was just slightly angled and the other one was slightly angled that way. So, and say good morning to Rome. Have a productive day. Well, thank you, Rome, and thank you for joining me. Right, if you have a moment, Rome, if you want to drop your link to your own Amazon Live, please do. Rome is an amazing broadcaster here on Amazon Live, and I learn something, literally, I learn something every time I watch Rome's broadcasts. Okay, and then I store it away, and at some stage, the words that Rome has said will be paraphrased, and I'll use them in my broadcast. But the thing is, Rome's presence here today proves this. That first of all, that all Amazon Live broadcasters are independent. We do not work for Amazon. We cannot chase deliveries. We are independent. Okay, we are broadcasters. We bring our own equipment, and 75% everything down the carousel I own. Okay, and if I showed you that light, then I bought it, and I paid. Well, this is the thing, Guy. It's $59 in the UK. It's £59 in the UK. Sorry, it's $59 in the US. It's £59 in the UK. The exchange rate is not yet 1-to-1, but I'm just happy with my purchase, so I'm not going to say any more about that. Okay, right. So I'm going to put this down. Okay, I've got one of these. Okay, I don't know about you. Well, in the UK, the packaging on poultry and meat products, the tiny type, I've got one of these. It comes in very handy. I might put one in a carousel at some point. Okay, so thank you, Rome, and thank you, Guy. Hopefully we'll all have a good day. So I'm broadcasting using BeLive. This is not OBS, this is BeLive. And I just need to do 1 or 2 changes. I need to put that box down there. Okay. And I need to put that unit. I've got a new, where can I put that? It only came yesterday. Where can I put it? I'm going to put it. This is serious. I'm going to put it there. Okay. Forgive me a moment. I mean, later today it'll be safe on my monitor and I won't ever move it again. Okay. So we said a moment ago that cameras are a big part of live broadcasting. Okay. And the first camera that most people buy is the one that is going to be down in the carousel in a moment. And it is the Logitech C920X. Okay. And I just so happen to have to hand, as I go here, just waiting for this to work. I can hide that. I don't need it anymore. And I can bring this in because I do need it. And I need it that way around or that way around. Okay. This is the Logitech C920X camera, okay, which you can see down the carousel, and it's $69.99. Okay. When I first started broadcasting, which was certainly before October 2016, I started off with, okay, when you start broadcasting, do not buy a thing. Do not buy a new camera, do not buy a new microphone, do not buy a new anything until you've done your first broadcast and your second broadcast. If you do your first broadcast and enjoy it, you'll do a second broadcast. If you do your second broadcast and enjoy it, you'll do a third broadcast. Now, as I sit here, 2,200 broadcasts later, I think one can say that I actually enjoy broadcasting, but don't buy equipment until you know you enjoy doing this, because you can spend as much as you like on equipment. Okay. And we're all broadcasters on a journey, continual and never-ending improvement. There are new items coming out all the time, which are better than the ones we have, so we can up our game. Okay. But when you do buy your first camera, in 2016, the camera and 2022, the camera most people buy is this one, the Logitech C920X. Now the X is important. The X stands for extra, and I'm going to explain what the extra is in a moment. But this is the camera, and if you pull out that part of it, and it's reluctant to come, if you pull out that part of it, then the camera can now sit. If I turn it sideways, and you can see, it can now, this area is going to be better lit tomorrow. You can now see that it goes on top of your monitor. You have lenses there, you've got twin microphones. So not only is this your first external camera, it's your first external microphone. And if you're beginning your live video journey, your Zoom journey, this is the camera to get. There are imitations, but this is the original Logitech C920X, which started the live video resolution. Millions were sold across the globe. And the first question you're going to ask me is, well, one of the questions is this camera reliable and durable? Okay, I've had this camera for the last 6 years. This camera is 6 years old. Yeah, it works. Okay, I'm just taking it off my second PC. It works perfectly. It's lasted 6 years. $69 for 6 years of use. It's a bargain. It really is a bargain. He said, sitting properly in his chair. Right. So you put it on top of your monitor like so, and you look at the camera, just as I'm looking at the camera now. You look at the camera on your monitor. Okay. If you don't want to put it on your monitor, then what you can do is just fold that up again, and on the underside of the camera you will find a hole, and into that hole, he said, where have I put it? Ah, right, okay. Sorry about that. Into that hole you can screw a tripod, 3 legs, try 3, and basically you can put your camera on top of the tripod, and the tripod you can then put anywhere you like. Okay, so if you've got it on your monitor or on your desktop, then it's a fixed position. With the tripod you can actually move the camera anywhere. Okay, so it can go over your monitor, or it can go on a tripod, any tripod. Okay, because that fitting there, he said, trying to get it on camera, it's a universal fitting. So any tripod that you've got, any height that you've got, and you can simply move it about so you get a different angle. Okay, so C920. I'll put this tripod down. The C920, there are 2 C920 models. This is the C920X, and I'm going to look for something, and I think I've found it. Just a minute. Okay, if I go here, I've got so many things in my carousel, and that's my carousel on my desktop. I keep going past it. Okay, sorry. Okay, technical changes. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this video up on screen, and I'm going to try and bring this video up on screen. Hang on, showing stream. Take myself off solo. I'm going to move my second camera. We'll be talking about that later. And this is the 920X. The X stands for extra, and the extra is 3 months subscription to XSplit VCam. Logitech C920X includes 3 months subscription to XSplit VCam. Now, XSplit VCam I've been using since January 2019. It is background removal software. It's the best that I've found. I've got an annual subscription, but rather than my waffle, I'm going to actually play this video, and you'll discover a little bit more about, I just need to change that. You'll discover a little bit more about the Logitech C920 and XSplit VCam. Is Litra in England, and I'm here to give you an overview of XSplit VCam, how it works. Background removal tool I've been using since January 2019, and it just keeps getting better and better. Now, the image behind me is one of Salisbury Cathedral, and the acid test of any background removal tool is that you still have 10 fingers with little webbing between them. Okay, so that test passed. Second is the outline of your body. Those are the things to look for when you're looking at a green screen, the ability to actually move about. So let's take a look at the software itself, and this is the XSplit VCam program. Okay, now you notice the top there, it says original. This is me. This is also me. So this is how I look normally. Now, first stage is to actually remove the background. So let's remove the background by pressing a button, and I get background's gone. Okay, prove that if I go here, background has disappeared. Okay, so next step is to select a background to go in place, and you can do that just by clicking an image. You'll get a different background. Okay, that's it. That's very colorful. Now, just a warning, you need to make sure that the image at the top is not too light. Okay, what you don't want is to have an image too light at the top. If you try it, you'll see what I mean. Okay, now XSplit VCam is an external program which you download from XSplit, and it sits on your computer, and you can use it in this way. Okay, so over to one of my favorite backgrounds. So I'm just switching background. Now, if I go to here, you can actually see that I can get backgrounds from several sources. I can upload a media file. Okay, and I'm going to upload a media file. I'm going to go on my hard drive to artwork and to reduced. Okay, and I'm going to bring up this image, and that's it. That's how easy it is to take an image from your hard drive and bring it on screen. Second thing you can do is you can run a YouTube video. The second thing you can do is you can have a YouTube video playing behind you. Okay, now we know that music changes our mood. Well, the background in a live broadcast on Zoom changes the way people perceive you. And having a professional background whilst you're broadcasting on Zoom or broadcasting on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, or Twitch improves the way that people perceive you. And perception is everything. Okay. Having a background removal software like XSplit VCAM, which I've been using since January 2019, does give you a lot of options. Second of which is to play YouTube video. The third option is to have a website background. So you could have your website